Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Don't rely on your own intelligence. Know Him in all your paths, and He will keep your ways straight. One of my daughter's favorite things to do when we leave the church building is to walk on what she calls the trampoline, which she really means balance beam. And by balance beam, she means those parking barriers that are made of cement that line a parking spot. She loves to walk those. She loves to see if she can place one foot in front of the other and keep her balance. And usually someone's got to hold her hand or else, well, there's just no chance. But it's one of her favorite things to do, to see if she can do it. What I think is interesting is she doesn't even realize that we like to do it with her because it keeps her from running into the parking lot. She's walking a path that we know is good for her, that we know is safe for her. And of course we're there, but you get the idea. It's funny how kids do this all the time. They think that we've completely let them off the tether, but the reality is we've got a pretty good path laid out for them. When I was a kid, I used to have boundaries on our summer vacations that I was allowed to go to, whether it was down to the corner store or throughout the campground, whatever it may be. I thought I was free as can be without realizing that my parents actually had a pretty good sense of where I was and how I was. You see, sometimes we think that we don't need a path. We think that we don't need a guide, but reality is we do. We need something to walk. We need boundaries. We need guidance. And God is wanting to provide that for us. I often think of God putting out painter's tape in front of us, inviting us to walk along it, just as we hope that our kids will follow paths that are good for them. Does it mean that we'll always follow that painter's tape? No. We'll go our own way at some time. We think we've got a better idea. But this proverb invites us to come back to the painter's tape. It invites us to get back on the trampoline. And by trampoline, I mean balance beam. And by balance beam, I mean parking barriers. It invites us to follow the way that God has set before us. When we follow it, when we know God along our paths, we walk in good ways. When we go off on our own, we have a God who goes with us and does everything in God's power to bring us back on the tape. Amen.